Hello, good evening. कैसे हैं आप लोग? How is everyone? Okay, so yesterday I could not talk to too many people, but yes, I will find some time so that all of the people who had sent me a message. I will go ahead and talk with the people who had sent me a message. So we had 4 messages, and I will talk about it. But just before we go ahead and move into the session, let me talk about it. We will be talking about the base emotions every single day. And base energies or base emotions are two different things. Base emotions are how a child or an adult or anyone else he reacts to a specific situation or an event. And base energies are how we are formed, which means all our human emotions, whether it is any kind of emotion. So base emotions and base energies, any emotion can have the base energy, okay, and we will talk about it. Today we will be talking about two base emotions. One of them is anger, the other one is fear. Now please understand that anger and fear both have one thing in common. They have one thing in common as in control. So when a person is in deep fear, or if a person is in deep inferiority complex, the person will jump into another state, which is of course called control. The same thing goes with anger. When people get angry, they just want to control. And both the emotions, they have one thing in common, which is anger is all out expressed, which is expressed, and fear is impressed, which means you will always find people have fear, which is a feeling which is they have it inside. And we will try to find out the triggers also. So today is a session we will be talking about anger and fear. Both the emotions can have a lot of issues with you, which means they can have physical manifestations. And when we talk about physical manifestations, it is very clear that when people are angry, too many people who are angry, they have issues with their liver. Now I can talk certainly about it because since the last 9 years I have been treating people who have fatty liver, kidney issues, and there are a few things which are very clear. In men also it is very clear that men who are indisciplined, men who do not want to take any responsibility, sooner or later you will find that they have weak bladders, which means they cannot hold the urine for a long time. It is because they cannot take stress for a long time, okay. And the bladder of course is controlled by your adrenal glands, your cortisol glands. So there's so many people who cannot control their bladder, okay, and that is the reason women are so powerful emotionally, which means you will hardly find a woman who cannot control her bladder. You will always find women who have great control on their bladder, because you might find women who are traveling for 7, 8, 9 hours, and if you ask them, did you go to urinate, and you might get an answer, no, she did not go to urinate, because she's got great control on her bladder. It is also got to do with your control on anger and fear, right? And just before we go further, let me go in and take a look at all of the people who have come in. Okay, Tripti has joined in. Namaste Poonam, kaise hain aap? My wife certainly has joined in. Karan hai, Karan, namaste, kaise hain aap? Zaid hai, Zaid, namaste, hi. And of course my wife is here. Reshma, Twinkle is here. Yes, certainly. So Twinkle has sent a request to be in your live video. Okay, so should I say go live with Twinkle? I'll just ask my wife. So Zinia, Sonu, what should I say over here? I'm extremely sorry, guys.
Sorry?
I'm just asking my wife what needs to be. So I say go live.
Huh?
Go live, right? I'm already live.
Yeah, you're already live.
So there is an option that says go live with Resh.
No. That will include Reshma in your video.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We'll do that some other day. All right, guys. So we are already live. Let me go ahead and start connecting with all the other people who've come in. Vibha has joined in. Harish MB, namaste Harish bhai, kaise hain aap? How are you doing? Vibha has joined in. Good evening. Samina has joined in. Okay, fine, guys. Let's go ahead and start the session. हम लोग start कर देते हैं session. The first thing that you all need to understand is anger and fear. They both have one thing in common, and that is control. When people who are born of fear, they have this inferiority complex in them. What they will do is, as soon as they get into a position where they can control people, they start controlling it. And that's exactly what's happening in Indian society. If you see a lot of mom-in-laws or mother-in-laws, what do? They do not want to go ahead and they do not want their children, or they do not want their daughters to behave in the same way, or they do not want their daughters to have the same kind of discipline as they want their daughter-in-laws to be. So fear imbibed culture is always about control. The same thing goes with anger also. You'll see so many men who are angry and they're trying to show up their anger by controlling their children, right? So anger is so deeply ingrained. And one thing that you guys need to understand is anger is more subtle to understand, which means anger you can easily see. Anger is expressed outside. So you can always go ahead and see different forms of anger. You will find different forms of anger in society. Anger is more expressive and fear is impressive. So the problems of anger and fear are deep. The problems of fear are more deeper because they can start culminating and they can start manipulating into different places, which means anger, once you go ahead and express it, it's all out. Okay, and a person, when he expresses the anger, when he comes out of it, he can also go inside, which means he can start pondering inside and he can feel guilty about the anger. कि ये मैंने क्या किया करके, what did I do? So anger, when it goes inside, it is guilt. But fear, when it comes outside, it becomes repressive. So it can become repressive fear, which means you start repressing yourself even outside. You see so many people on social media, they will have different types of name and you would not be even able to identify what's their name actually. They will not even have their own name. It's all that fear that's coming outside because they fear if someone sees me, मुझे यहाँ पर ऐसा कोई देख लेगा जो मुझे पहचानता है, my identity would be out. And that same fear can become repression. Now where does it manifest inside your body? आपके बॉडी के अंदर कहाँ पर मैनिफेस्ट करता है वो मैं बता देता हूँ. And you will clearly be able to see that in the reports. Very clearly. So it's nothing new कि आपको वो नहीं दिखेगा. Anger will always manifest in your liver. आप liver के जो टेस्ट है वो करके देखेंगे, you will come to know. And then there are people who start feeling guilty or they will only find a specific type of behavior which is connected to anger. आपने मर्दों को देखा होगा, Indian men, not just Indian men, most of the people or most of the men who are actually physically abusive with their women or the women in the house, what would they do? They will actually go to the bar, थोड़ी सी दारू पियेंगे, they'll have 2 or 3 packs and they need a stimulation, a trigger so that they can get angry at a specific level and then that expression comes out. We will talk about how to do a remedy about it, okay? And these all things, they will get into a place where it will either manifest into some kind of a physical dominance, physical fighting, where either this person can be remedied only when he is hit back by the other party. And I'm not talking about hitting anyone else. The fear also can be in the same way, where a woman, he or she is very fearful, and then when she gets into a place where she can control everything, she does the same thing with someone else. Okay. Why am I talking about all of these things? Because these things are going in loop in relationships. Everywhere, every single place, you will find people complaining on social media. Why do people complain on social media? And why is it that they want to complain? A has got a problem with B and they are actually complaining it to C. Right? That's exactly what's happening. So it is anger and fear, and both in all most of the relationships that you have today. How to get a remedy? I will explain it to you. And it's very simple. You guys can see it right over here. Now if I ask every other person over here, मैं इधर किसी भी बंदे से पूछूंगा, can you guys tell me about a specific solution? So I know a person who wants to commit suicide and she's out of money. What should you be doing? What should she be doing? So there will be almost 10 people who will jump to reply. There will be 10 people who will be ready to help. So what's exactly happening over here? Whenever there is a gap between you and the other, okay, the problem and you can always go ahead and take a stance. Okay, when it is with you, when the emotion is happening with you, it is very hard for you to go ahead and do that. The same thing happens when people go ahead and ask any other person who himself is a smoker, अरे मुझे smoking छोड़ने क्या करूँ? अच्छा एक काम कर, तू इधर जा, ये दवाई ले ले और वो कर ले, and you do this. The same thing goes for every other person in society. You go to 10 people, 10 people will give you 10 different advices. Why? Because they are not in your shoes. The second thing is they are away from it. So when you have a space in between, understand this word, the space element. When you have space between the problem and you are in a better shape to always go and suggest or do something about it. Now you might think, ये तो दूसरे के साथ हो रहा है तो मुझे बोलना बहुत easy है. What would you do at that point of time? बहुत छोटी सी बात है. I will go ahead and tell you. There are only 3 things that can go ahead and deal with these emotions. Only 3 things. And let me tell you, you should not be observing it. Please don't observe it. Why? I will go ahead and give you an example. If you go to 10 people and if you ask them, did you meditate after you had anger? They'll say, I was more angry after meditation. Okay, the same thing goes with fear. And that is the reason meditation did not find a clear road, because emotions cannot be clearly dealt with meditation alone. You actually need a lot of gratitude. So you will need a lot of surrender, acceptance, and you will have to go ahead and understand that you need to surrender to a lot of emotions. So when it is anger, how do you deal with it? One, that's the best way to deal with it. When a person is angry, you show them what exactly is the law. That is exactly how we control anger all across society, right? That's exactly how anger is being treated all across the society. One is certainly law. Two is how we go ahead and communicate it. So when a person is angry, if you start answering or questioning them, okay, when you answer them, they can get more angry. But if you start questioning them in the right way, understand this the right way, okay, do not hit the person as a complaint. Never hit the person as a complaint. Ask them a question. What exactly is making you angry? Could you please tell me? Is there something related to my behavior that needs to be changed? What exactly made you drink every day? And that should not be done while this person is intoxicated. Okay, you need to get out of that situation. Give him that space that he comes out of that situation. So if it is the other person, that's how you treat it. If it is the same person, if it is you, okay, of course there are 2 or 3 different ways. One is journaling. So start journaling so that you can understand your trigger, and that same anger which is going out, it can be, it can be focused inside. So it will not become guilt, because once it is addressed, and I'm saying observed, don't observe it. Why? Because observation simply means you are also meditating. And that is why 10 on 10 people who were angry or fearful when they went for Vipassana, they were more worse when they came out of it. Why? Because emotions should not be observed. They cannot get evaporated by observing. You can address it. So you can ask questions, and when you ask questions, answers need to be coming from you inside. Like if I can go and give you an answer, it will not work with you, right? It will not work with you unless and until it is not your answer. But remember, if you start asking questions, if you find the triggers of any other person, be it any kind of complaint, anger or fear, these are the base emotions, as I said. Most of your other emotions are born out of it. You go on social media, you are jealous of some person who is very successful, and you start feeling that, I don't have the same kind of a life. This person has got so much of money, this couple goes everywhere, they've got great relationships, they go for exotic vacations, I'm not going, right? So there is jealousy, there is anger, there is fear. Someday when you have money, you will do the same thing, so that you can make everyone else jealous. And that's not how we go ahead and do it. Okay, that's now how you go ahead and balance your emotions. You need to be more natural. So the first way is go ahead and explain them what exactly is the law. Okay, which means you have to be more powerful than the other person who is angry. Only then you can tell them. Okay, so this happens in most of the households. So a son is very angry, the father comes in and he shouts, why are you angry? Go to your bed. Okay, that's exactly what happens. So anger can be tamed by someone who is more powerful than the angry person. The other way around is by addressing the person. The third person is one of the best ways, but it needs a lot of focus to be tried, and the other person also needs to be so loving, so kind, so compassionate that this person can balance the emotion. Love is one of the ways which can actually go and clear all of the anger that people have. Most of the examples that you have, whether it is in Indian religion or anywhere in the world, most of the men who were killers, they were actually transformed by love. Valmiki is one of them. You might feel, ye kya stories kyun bata rahe ho humko? But then love is so powerful, and that's how most of the Indian women are able to have a household, or maybe have a house, have great homes for almost 20, 30, 40 years. And it comes by perseverance. It's how women have been keeping one single umbrella and the whole house beneath it. That's how. Indian women know how to go ahead and manage those emotions, but remember, you should not be repressing it. Don't repress it. And that comes when you stop complaining. Yes, so we spoke about anger. Let me go ahead and take a look at all your questions. Questioning the other person when he wouldn't that worsen the situation. We don't do that at that point of time, Sanjana. We never do that at that point of time. As I told you, the space element has to be very important. Okay, I will give you an example. I will give you a very good example. Okay, so many a times me and my wife, I am the person who is normally angry, and she's the one who is balancing it. So what she would do is she would not go ahead and straight away hit me. She knows that I am wrong. Even I know that I am wrong. Most of the times when I know that I am wrong, most of the times when a person is angry, and if you tell him that he is wrong, it will worsen the situation. You need to give that person that time. Give that person that time. And women know how to do that. And that's the reason. Women know how to balance that emotion. And when you start giving that space, the other person understands that, he was wrong. And more than that, this person knows that he was wrong, and the other person also knew that he or she was, I was wrong. It should not become guilt. It should become more love. That becomes the point that this person addresses it next time. That you get angry, you address it. It cannot be addressed by the other person. You have to address it because you understand what you did was wrong. By addressing it, you should not be observing it, right? How to find the root cause of deep-seated fear within? I'll just go ahead and talk about it. Yes, I want to ask what Sanjana asked. Now, you do not go ahead and, as I told you do not go ahead and hit the person with some kind of a question which he doesn't like. Angry people don't like being asked questions because they have this thing into them which is very childish, right? Angry people are very childish. You must have seen. When they get angry, they get childish. You ask them anything, they will start cross-questioning you. तो मैंने क्या किया करके? What went wrong? मैंने क्या किया उसके अंदर? And it becomes more like an egoistic fervor, right? So start giving some space. It's better you don't go and talk with them. But that does not mean that you take any kind of shit from them. That is not possible. So you'll have to maintain your distance as well as keep quiet. The next day, you can go ahead and question the person. When the person comes out of the anger, you cannot go ahead and hit the person when he's angry. Let the person have some space. Wait for that time. And when the person realizes that this person patiently waited for you, that's when the whole thing, this whole emotion, it becomes love. And that's why I call it the base emotion. When the base emotion changes, and it can only change to love. That's how we go ahead and raise our frequencies. Why do we say that we have to raise our frequencies? Why do we have to say that you raise your energies up and above? So when you go ahead and balance your emotions that come right from the bottom of your body, right? So all of that anger, that deep fear, that guilt, all of that comes from the bottom of the body, and soon it gets raised. When it comes to the heart, it changes. That's what spirituality is about. So you start giving space. First thing that we all have to understand is we have to give space. Let me take a look at all your questions. Krishna has joined in. Hi Krishna, kaisa bhai? How are you doing? Harish bhai, namaste. I lost track. Yes, I remember you. Why would I forget you? This is for Harish bhai, namaste. Vriksha Shri, namaste. Kaise hai aap? How are you doing? Sanjana, the champion, has joined in. I just spoke to Sanjana. Sanjana, salam. Sugunans, bang on point, Mr. Habi. Thank you. Josuya joined in. Thank you, Mukesh. This is so helpful. Thank you. Twinkle, you wrote helpful. But questioning the person, yes, that's not something that you would do. And I'm 100% sure Sanjana knows it best how to go ahead and deal with it. She's a champion with that, right? Harsha Bajaj. Harsha has joined in. Harsha, namaste. Another champion has joined in. Yes, I wanted to ask what Sanjana asked. How to find the root cause of deep-seated fear. Yes, I will talk about it. We sure do know. So when husband is angry, shouting, we keep quiet till he cools down. You don't keep quiet. That's what I'm saying. Okay. If you are more powerful, and if you think you're more powerful, just go ahead and give him back. Okay. There is a very good theory. Okay. So there are 3 different kinds of ego states. One of them is the child ego state, the other one is the adult ego state, and the third one is the parent ego state. The parent ego state can be egoistic, or it can be, very nutritive, which means you can have a parent which is always pampering. The pampering parent will always have an obedient child, right? A pampering parent will always have an obedient child, and obedient child will always become a pampered parent, always. And then there is a state which is called the adult state. So you can either go ahead and become an adult, and you can ask the person, what exactly makes you angry? And then you can just go ahead and laugh it out. What makes you angry? For what reason? And then, if it is between a husband and wife, it is at a completely different dimension. Normally, when it is between a husband and wife, it is at a completely different dimension. And if you actually make the other person who is angry, if you make him realize that this is very childish, okay, trust me, anger just goes off from there, and the whole thing can change, the whole dimension can change. And you can just go ahead and smile about the whole issue. Okay, you can also go ahead and tell them this is the fourth way of dealing with angry people. You can just go ahead and tell them, okay, fine, you can go be angry. Okay, be angry as much as you want. Okay, don't go ahead and throw things, don't break things. You can be as angry as you want. Okay, if you want, you can go ahead and shout, but do it, express it. Allow them to be expressive. Trust me, next time they would not, because they need an audience. Angry people need an audience. It is all about expression, right? So anger goes out. People who fear, they will always want to go in. They want people to come out and take them out of it. That's the trigger. This is for the question that we have from Vibha, right? Vibha, I'll answer your question. So are you saying at that moment silence is the best treatment, and once he or she cools down, then you rationalize? You actually should not be rationalizing. You should go ahead and tell them that this is the way I take it, because you're connected with that person. Remember, you will be angry only with the person whom you love the most, or you're connected with the most. Okay, we don't get angry on colleagues, like it's just a small way of expression. But when you get angry with people, it is normally with people whom you stay, whom you live with, whom you are in relationship with. So you always know what exactly are they communicating. Okay, now here comes the first thing that is for everyone. Understand this very, very clearly. This is for everyone, and this has been tried and tested. All of the communication that we have, 70 to 80% of it is non-verbal. 70 to 80% of it is non-verbal. Women should not go ahead and pull it out, the non-verbal side. That's what women do. They go ahead and try to emote in such a way that they are extremely, they don't want to be in that situation. They would not want to talk. So please do not do that. Please do not do that, okay? If a person is trying to talk to you, you go ahead and talk to them. If it's not, you don't. That does not mean that you go ahead and take them for granted, or he or she takes you for granted. No. You just need to go ahead and give the space. That's it. If that person is in the same room, you tell them, okay, fine, I've got some work. Can I go ahead and do that? And it comes as a question, right? So coming to talk to you guys, supposing you guys are angry and you come to me, and that's exactly what happens with me too. Many a times, there are so many people who come back and they tell me that they could be angry, and then say, okay, fine, what exactly happened? And then when I go and put up the question to them, what exactly is making you angry? So is this the reason that you're angry? They would say, yes, this could be the reason, but then you told me that these things would be happening. And then I would say, okay, fine, was it exactly this thing that I spoke about, or was it about this context? What exactly am I doing? I'm creating a space between the whole thing, between the conversation. I'm just going ahead and keeping the person away from that emotion. When you start asking questions, that's exactly what happens. But remember, do not hit the person. Do not hit the person with a complaint. Normally, women hit the man with a complaint, and that exactly is what aggravates the problem. Right? I will go ahead and give you an example. Man comes inside at home. He says, "Khana bahut thanda hai," and the woman will say, "कौन बोलता है तुमको रोज दारू पीकर इतना लेट आने के लिए?" Right? किसने बोला था इतना लेट आने के लिए? You're always in your work. That's a complaint. Don't hit men. Don't go ahead and hit men with another question or a statement. Don't do that. That's just for all the women over there. That's also for the men. You're more like a child when you're angry. Yes, most of the people are like a child when they're angry. I just wrote that, Mr. Habi. Thank you. Sometimes keeping quiet makes the other person think that they have the right to say anything, and they never accept their mistakes. Okay, is this a question or is it a statement? That's exactly what I need to understand. Now, if it is a question, you need to ask the other person who's taking you for granted. Remember this. This is for Poonam. Poonam, whenever there is a question, ask the right person. Okay, because you have a problem with that person. Okay, and if it is a question related to that person only, then it's a completely different thing. It is only that person who can answer. But if it is a statement and you need to ask me what needs to be done, it's very simple. You don't take shit from anyone, right? Be it your husband or be it any one of your relative. Again, it depends. It depends on whom you're with, right? If you're deeply related with that person, and if you know that giving him back will certainly go and improve that relationship, you need to give it back. Give it back, because that's how relationships come up. Anyone over here who's been with a big family, I know too many people over here who've been in a big family, who've got too many brothers and sisters. What do you do? What do you guys do? Whenever there's an issue, you go ahead and hit your sister back, you go ahead and hit your brother back, and then it becomes a small issue, right? You go ahead and smile it out. That's the way most of the relationships should be. Even the husband and wife relationship should be, it should be more like a small way of entertaining themselves. So it should be more like that. It should not be like you start having animosity with that person. It should not be like that. So just go ahead and have a hearty laugh. That's it. And whenever the person gets off anger, you can go ahead and always tell them that I felt that you're very funny. That's it. You can go ahead and take it. Now let me go ahead and give you the live examples. There are so many celebrities who have tried the same thing. Okay. And after they did that, they came back, they posted it on different places that anger can certainly be dealt with, right? Perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and see. That's good, Vrikshashri. Thank you for your kind words. Geetanjali Chopra has joined. Namaste, champion, which is Harsha. We'll try what she's saying. My boss has a temper. How can you as a team member react to that situation? Yes, that's a good question. I'll take that question. When your boss has got a temper, there are ways to go ahead and deal with that. One, you don't deal with your boss directly. Okay, you will have to deal with that when he's all alone. So you will have to keep that space. I do not know what kind of bosses are there, because Indian bosses are a mixture of so many other things, right? So they could be cheap, they could be reasonable, they could go ahead and take things in a different way, because if it is a women, they might take things in a different way. So you might have to go ahead and take it in a completely different sense. Now every person who is angry, remember this, every person who is angry, he's got some positive things in them, which means they could be very loving. Most of the times, when you remember your fathers, anyone who's got fathers, if you remember your fathers, you can remember a father who was the father figure. He could become angry at any point of time, but yes, he was also balancing things. So yes, being a person who is angry also brings a lot of positive qualities, and you will have to put those qualities before that person, that you're such a nice person. Many a times when you get angry, things go very far. So I think so I needed to go and communicate it to you, because most of the times, and this is what I have been doing with people, when people come to me and they say that I hit my son, or I hit my my dog, or someone else like that, I go and tell them, fine, do you feel that you did something wrong? And they said, yes, I really feel that I did something completely wrong. And I tell them, please go ahead and hit yourselves right before your son and tell them sorry, if you really mean it. Now comes the ego part. If they really want to come out of it, they will surely go and hit it. Now your boss will not do that. You will have to convey it in such a way that you need to tell him that you are such a wonderful person, but it comes to a very small point, because you've been doing such small things when you get angry, and that would be the trigger for it, right? So you can always tell them that we feel much great. I feel so nice in your company when you're with your jokes, with your jests. Maybe if he's someone who is a funny person, or if he loves humor, that's the way we go and delete it. Wonderful, बहुत अच्छा है. No, I don't mind you. If my wife is asking, that means you don't mind me laughing at you when you are angry. I really don't mind anyone laughing at me. Okay, most of the times when previously I'm the youngest in my house, and whenever I would get angry, I would get very angry, and my sisters, my brothers, they would start laughing at me. So that's how we go and deal with it, right? Thanks for your kind words. The boss I'm referring to is highly complex and insecure person. In other words, massage his ego. No, don't do that. Please go ahead and leave the job if possible, because such people should not be someone that you'll be leaving with. I'll give you an example. So this was almost 11 years back. 11 years back, I came to know about a person who had recently joined some place, and she started getting onto a place where she started going ladders up. So she joined she joined in a vertical. She joined horizontally, which means she started getting into one shift. One project to another, and then when she went to a specific project where she was also joined by one of her colleagues, okay, which was superior to her, and then she started rising vertically. This person did not go vertically. What he did was he jumped from this position to a different company. Okay, this project it closed and she joined him in that other company, and this person started, taking it back on her. So the only way around was that she go ahead and give it back to him, directly give it back to him, directly give it back to them. Okay, if they are insecure people, they need to be taught. Somewhere down the line, everyone has got to be an adult. It's like, someone has to do the job. So either you or someone else. And be very subtle with your words. I know that, if you're talking to an insecure person, but you need to go and hit directly. You need to go and hit directly. Tell them that this is a problem. Because insecure people do not, right? Okay, we might have to end the session by taking the last question from Vibha. Vibha has asked me, what should you do to identify a deep-seated fear? It's very simple, Vibha. Now, there are a few things that you will manifest on the body, right? So, Vibha, I'm asking you if you know this, okay? So, when a person is under fear, there are 3 or 4 things that happen. One, that the person is discentered. When I say discentered, I'm not saying uncentered. I'm saying that, this person is trying to find a center inside themselves, and that is why they try to stay alone. Okay, you'll find people who have a lot of fear, they will always want to go alone. They do not want to be seen, and that is why they like darkness. Okay, they want someone else to come into the well, put their hand inside and put them out, right? So the triggers are very simple. They will have problems with surrendering, which means they are too surrendered, right? So there will be problems with their kidney also. If you go ahead and see their kidney test, you will come to know that they have got issues. They've got too many issues with their kidney. So it could be with the creatine or the uric acid or the urea. Now the other way around to go ahead and fix it is that you fix it physically, which means you start taking medication so that you can at least fill up the physical gaps. Okay, that's one way of dealing it with. 2 is that I should not be going ahead and you should be taking it in the other way. Too many people, when they surrender a lot, you need to go ahead and pick them up so that they can accept the situation and they can rise from it. Okay. The second way is that when they sweat a lot, when people sweat a lot, you come to know that they are having fear triggers. Okay, they can also tremble. When people have a lot of fear, they tremble. They want to be alone. They don't want to talk to anyone. So you need to first go ahead and find out what are the triggers. Now, how would you come out of it, right? You might ask me. Very simple. Affirmations work like magic for people who have fear. They won't work for people who are angry. People who are angry, at a point of time they are at a place where they feel they are egoistic and they know everything. People who are angry, they feel that they know everything, and that is why they take the other person for granted. This is for Poonam also. So when a person is angry on you, they feel that they know everything. The only way to go ahead and deal with angry people is that you go ahead and tell them that you also are powerful. This is also for Sanjana. Okay, he could be your boss, right? 9 hours, 10 hours, but that's a problem that he's not been hit back by someone who's more powerful than them. Go ahead and tell them right on face. That's perfectly fine. Someday someone has to do it. This is also for Poonam. So if anyone is taking you for granted, don't give anyone that right. But before that, you shouldn't be taking yourself as granted. Okay, the same thing goes for people who are fearful. So when you come to know that you have issues, start doing affirmations. Start doing affirmations. Affirmations work great for people who have fear because they have a lot of time to ponder upon himself. It is all an in thing, right? So fear, when it is inside, it is always expressed inside. You need to go ahead and get it out. So you have a fear of jumping, you go out and jump. How do you do that? Because you have to build confidence. So all that is inside has to come out. Anger, you have to give that time so that the person can go ahead and start hitting himself, right? So when you start questioning a person, it all goes inside. That emotion that was out needs to be going in. So anger needs to be focused inside. Fear needs to be focused outside. All right? Fine. Please talk about how men should handle situation when their spouse or partner is angry, because you are the best in that, Mr. Hubby. Thank you for taking this question. That's perfectly fine, Vibha. Do I have any other questions? Karthik is here. Hi Karthik. Hi Purti. Naresh Sani is here. Munu Anjan is here. Otherwise, massage his ego. No. You are such a fiery person, Sanjana. You go ahead and give him. Champions डरेंगे क्या? I agree, affirmations work like magic. Yes, they work like magic. I was just talking to Reshma. Twinkle. I was talking with Twinkle and Twinkle, yes, I would go ahead and send your affirmations very, very soon. Please talk about how men should handle the situation when their spouse or partner is angry, because you are the best in that, Mr. Rabi. Now, when women get angry on you, you need to understand. Men actually understand a lot of things when it comes to non-verbal communication. Women understand a lot when it comes to verbal communication. Women understand a lot when it comes to verbal communication. Men understand a lot when it comes to non-verbal communication, because men are voyeurs, which means men love to observe, right? Because, yeah. So when a man understands that something is going wrong with their wife, it would not normally happen unless and until there is a situation where the woman gets angry. A man would go ahead and understand why the woman is angry normally. Yes. So it would either be for something which she doesn't have, or maybe women normally don't get angry. They would get angry only on simple things. So what would normally happen is women would get angry because she wants to convey something. She wants to go ahead and say something to you. Okay, she's not angry because you've not washed the car or you've not washed your clothes. It's all indirect. Women will always go ahead and go indirect. They will not go direct. Correct? Because women want to go ahead and get their work done. Simple. Women just want to get their work done. How to get it done is they know how to go ahead and get it done. So they will go ahead and always go indirect. They will not go and they will not put in salt in the food, and they say, okay, let him ask me, and I will tell him, why did you do that? So that's how women do it. And when they come out of the toilet, they will go and turn off the geyser during summers, during winters. So it's all indirect when women come to it, and men, if they understand it, they will just go ahead and take it properly. Okay, fine. So this is exactly what happened. So fine. Okay, this is the reason of your anger. Okay, let's go ahead and take it. So this is for everyone, guys. This is for everyone, right? And even for that, as I told you, you need to be so loving. Women are always loving. I have been, most of my clients, 99% of my clients are women. And I have seen that, Indian women, at least I can say that, Indian women are highly mature, very mature, in a way that they can go ahead and handle any situation very easily. Okay, if it is about any other women, maybe from UK, Australia or something like that, they'll be very confused. They're very confused. They come to decisions very quickly. Okay, fine, let's go ahead and give in a divorce, break up, done. My child, done. Okay, so things are not so easy in relationship. You have to go ahead and deal with things, right? That's how we take it. Vibha, I hope that I was able to answer your question. So please go ahead and get your physical test done first of all. First, understand where exactly is it manifesting in your body. Understand that it could also be a low BP, low blood pressure, and you will come to know that it could be the salt, it could be the oil, it could be leafy greens that you're not taking. It is vitamin B12 deficiency, and too many people, they have it. Their adrenals are not working fine. They wake up at night. They might have to go to the toilet. It is all that surrender that the brain tells you to do, right? The brain tells you at night, you cannot relax. At 2 or 3 a.m., your brain might wake you up. You cannot relax. Just go ahead and fill up the, just go ahead and clear up the bladder. Almost 80% of the people, they wake up at night around 2 or 3 a.m. Every single night, they have to go and urinate because the bladder is full. The brain is sending the message. You cannot relax. That's exactly what's not happening with children. Children are always relaxed, and that is why they can go and wet their beds very, very easily. They always relax. It's okay, I can just wet the bed, right? Men cannot do that. Women cannot do that. And when you have that thing going inside that which doesn't allow you to relax, you need to go ahead and take care of that. These are physical manifestations that everyone need to take care of, right? Thank you. Please have more of talks like this. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Very best. Lols. That's what Xenia does. I do not know. I agree with women are the best and full of power. I agree with that completely too. Trust me, this is for Sanjana and everyone who's watching the show. I have been a changed man because all of these 6, 7, 8 years, I've been with women clients. Most of my clients are women, and the reason I have been a better person is because of the women that I interact with, the women that I am staying with. So you guys are the reason men change, and you have that power. You need to know how to use it. That's the same thing for Poonam also. Poonam is a talented lady, and she needs to know how to go and use it, right? You guys know how to use it. Thank you, Harsha. Bahut shukriya. I'll see you guys in the next live session. Okay, take care. Bye bye. End session. Any other questions? No, we don't have any questions, neither do we have the time. So guys, I will connect with you some other day. If in case you guys like the session, do let me know, and we will go ahead and do the sessions for the other emotions also and the base energies also, right? Take care. Bye bye.